Hey guys, how's it going? It's Target here. Welcome back to another episode of Live the Tendy Life with yours truly, Target Audience in Hong Kong of the Rimouski Oceanic, 86 overall Hong Kong. I know a lot of you guys don't think that's realistic, but in order to be competitive in this game, it seems like your goalie needs to be 99 overall. So, 86 overall, these junior players is like 99 overall. And we want to go first overall in the draft. Actually, wouldn't that be hilarious? Out of all the years where we've gone first overall, or we've been drafted, I suppose, we've been drafted like with really good players, like even Augustus Mock being drafted by New York. Even with that, we weren't drafted first overall, and he was a great player. Even the target audience character from NHL 14, he got drafted second overall, or was it the second? I think it was second. So we're looking for that first overall at this point, and that's my goal, is to get drafted first overall. Maybe I'll go to the Edmonton Oilers. We'll see. All right, what can we talk about today? Last time we were talking about the mumps. I updated you about my shoulder. Somebody wanted to know about that. What can we talk about today? I'm at a loss again. I mean, Christmas is right there now. Right there. It's only a couple days away, so I hope you guys have all your Christmas shopping done. I'd imagine you guys are probably on, kids in school, you're probably on Christmas break now. I'm really not sure. Once you're out of school, that's one thing that you definitely don't pay attention to anymore, is when kids get out of school. When you're done, Christmas break, summer break, when you go back to school even, you know, you kind of figure it's going to be the beginning of September, but you always forget. That's one thing that I always forget, and I definitely tell you right now, I don't miss that at all. I do not miss going back to school for that shit. I don't necessarily not miss school, but at the same time, I don't necessarily miss school, you know what I mean? I thought school was fun. You definitely have less to do, but as an adult, it's way more fun. You know, everybody says don't be in such a hurry to grow up. Don't be in such a hurry to have to be an adult, or to get a job and things like that. But really, they're right. Don't be in a hurry. Oh God, trainer, you just missed that. You know, don't be in a hurry to do those things. Enjoy everything. But let me tell you right now that there's always good things to look forward to, even when you're older. Oh, what a save there. Even when you're older, you know, you have things that you look forward to. I mean, like I said last time, going to bed at 6:45. That is not the end of it. I mean, going out to the bar with your friends, booking your own vacations, you know, with friends or with girlfriends or whatever happens. You know, that's fun too. That's stuff you can't do when you're in school. That's stuff you can't do when you're under 18 or 21, depending on where you live. Or 19, again, depending on where you live. So, I mean, it's pretty cool. I mean, every age has its benefits. You know, 16, you start to drive. You get your driver's license. 14, you can get your learners. You know, in Canada, in Alberta here, it's 18 is the drinking age.
Good chance here. He's got a wonderful centering pass.
You know, 18 is the drinking age, so 18 has some significance here too. And then for me, 21 was big too, because that means I can go to the States and drink. Before that, I always found it weird that you can gamble, but you can't drink.
Shoots one. Waffle boarded.
So you're old enough to get fucked, but you're not old enough to get fucked up. You know, it's so stupid. Oh, what a snipe! Is that who is that, Pico? I didn't catch the name. This is like a fourth line player that we never see. Pico, Andrew Pico is his third goal. It's a defenseman. Holy shit, and just walked in and sniped that. Yeah. You know, I got an assist on that too. That's sick. You know, and that's always insane to me. Now, obviously, like in Europe and stuff like that, ages are much more different. Drinking beer in some countries is 16, but hard liquor is 18. You know, like, what's the deal with that? You can drink wines at that age too. Actually, wine drinking in some countries is not limited. You can be any age and drink wine, because they've actually said that wine in small in appropriate amounts it has many health benefits, including regulating blood pressure, helps stimulating brain function. Oh, You know, there's a lot of benefits to, you know, substances and products that a lot of people, you know, necessarily relate with, what do you call it, with negativity, you know, like with drug use or alcohol use or just being drunk and stupid and delinquency. Delinquency is really the word that I'm looking for. But the fact of the matter is, I mean, there's a lot of countries out there that are way far ahead of Canada and the United States in terms of their drinking ages. And for a good reason. I mean, like, there's not... I mean, yeah, there's evidence to support that, there's more evidence to support that heavy drinking of alcohol is detrimental to, you know, the developing brain. But heavy drinking of alcohol is really detrimental to anybody's brain. The fact that you're 18 or 20 or 16 or 4, it doesn't really matter how old you are, it's still going to kill something. So you need to be careful. So that's why they just shut it down, because they figure that kids don't have that ability to regulate their own intake. You know, they don't have that ability to shut it off. But, I mean, at the same time, I don't necessarily have that ability either. Sometimes I'll sit down and I'll play NHL and I'll get fucking pissed as a newt, go out here, have a ton of fun, and not know when to stop. Why? Because it's fun. And I'm not here to tell people to drink. That's not what this is about. You do need to be responsible. That's the fact. That's the difference here. You can't get into a car with another student, a kid that you go to school with, that's been drinking, or a friend of yours that's been drinking, and drive home with him. That's not how this works. You're going to kill somebody, all right? You will kill somebody. Maybe not now, and maybe not the next time, but at some point you're cheating death and you're cheating somebody else's life is what you're doing, you know? I mean, in my opinion, I don't care what happens to you if you decide to drink and drive. If you end up driving over a cliff or slamming into a light post, I don't give a shit. But if you slam into somebody's kid, if you slam into somebody's dad, someone's mom, daughter, aunt, uncle, or grandma or grandpa, that's when I get mad. Because that's not fair. They weren't drinking and driving. You're the idiot that decided to choose to do that. So, you know, when you're young, you need to understand those consequences. And I think that a lot of people necessarily don't believe that kids have that ability to understand the consequences of drinking and driving. That's why they kind of... Oh, what? What the hell was that shit? Unbelievable. I moved perfectly laterally on that. Let's have a peek. That's a great view. Moving all over the place. Here, this will be better. Oh, I just couldn't get the blocker up. I don't understand how I was not able to get that blocker up. But, sorry, anyway. Yeah, I mean, they just think that kids can't regulate that, and I think that it's a good thing. But at the same time, I think that people still need to experience that, what that's like. Oh, Jesus H. Christ. Oh, he missed the net.
Just missed wide. Lets it fly. Just a normal save that time. Accidentally blocked. Wrist shot. And another save.
I mean, that's one of those things that I've discussed with my wife at some point. Is I don't know. Maybe we haven't discussed this. Maybe we haven't discussed this. But anyway, about like raising my own kids and, you know, what it's gonna be like for like with them when they come home drunk. Like what's our rules on drinking? I mean, there's a lot of liberal parents now who let their kids drink at home. That way they can keep an eye on them. All right. Now, obviously, you can see the benefits to shutting it out completely, but you can also see the detriments to shutting it out completely too. Because you raise a kid that doesn't, you know, if that's what you tell them is no drinking, no drinking, no drinking. Guess what they're going to want to do? Drink. Now, not every kid's the same. Not every kid's the same, and I get that. Like, when I was growing up, my parents said no drinking. And you know, it didn't even really need to be said. They offered me, every now and then, they'd offer me a beer or something like that. And you know what? Really, I was not interested at that point in time. I was, you know, maybe 13 or 14. I wasn't really interested in drinking with your parents. Yeah, a couple times. Oh, what a save. A couple times I drank with friends. But nothing crazy. We didn't get absolutely sloshed, go out, break into people's houses, assault people, get into fights, things like that. We didn't do any of that stuff, you know? And, I mean, and to that extent, I think that I made my own decisions. You know, I didn't fall in with what everybody else was doing because, yeah, you know what? There were a lot of kids doing it when I was growing up. A lot of kids were doing drugs and drinking and stuff like that. And you know what? I just didn't want any part of it. Not because it was necessary, you know, I don't know. Not because I'm a square or anything like that, but I think I was having enough fun doing my own thing. And as an adult, you can go out and enjoy the real drinking scene, you know, which is social and fun, and not there just to get fucked up. You know, that's what it's about. It's about going out and having a good time with your friends, you know, and, bad movement. That sucks. You know what? I'm not focusing. Like now, I go to the bar, and I'll get some food, sit down, watch the hockey game, play some pool, have some beer, you know, have a couple beers. By that time, maybe 3, 4, 5, 6, who knows? Who knows? See where the night goes, you know, it's still young. And that's fun for me. I love that. That's so much fun. But, I mean, maybe it's me, but I've just never been a huge heavy drinker. I've never enjoyed the hangover. Despite the fact, actually, right now, I rock a hangover like a champ. But there's a lot of my friends who do not. When I first started drinking, you know, like my 18th birthday, well, the first time I got really, 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 really wasted was my 18th birthday. And I just remember the next day was so bad. And you know what? I still lived at home at that point in time. And I went out with some friends. We got drunk. Yada, yada. Came home the next day. Blah, blah, blah. My parents didn't hold back at all. Oh, what a save. Oh, my God. Poor Kong. My parents didn't hold back at all. They knew I was hungover hanging out on the couch. They didn't give a shit. They made as much noise as they possibly could, I'm sure. And you know what? Then you learn at that point, like, this sucks. These hangovers really suck. Oh, trainer. And they do. Oh, my God, do they ever. You know, so that feeling of the hangover scared me away at a young age from doing it a lot in excess. I mean, that doesn't mean that there weren't a lot of times where I was absolutely wasted. Not to say that. And made some not necessarily poor decisions. You just think, like, what the hell was I thinking? You know, like, I just do not know what was going on in my head. So, yeah. So when I think about my kids and how I'm going to handle that, I don't know. Oh, what a goal! Good job, Zedra Hall. You know, it's a tough question to ask yourself. You don't even think about that until you're older. When you're actually near that point where you're like, yeah, you know what? If you have a kid, you know, you do have to think about it. You do have to think about it at some point because you're getting older. I mean, I'm only 25, but it doesn't necessarily mean that I'm not in that age. Oh, Jesus! Oh, what a save by Kong!
That one is pointed to him. Oh, what a wonderful block that was.
Oh, come on! You're kidding me. And he ends up behind me. And the puck ends up behind him.
Cons drops to the butterfly. It's almost Edzo like he believes he's got the whole net covered because he doesn't move.
It's right there on my pad, man. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. I don't know if it hit maybe it hit a stick. Because how many shots have I faced? Probably like 20. 20 shots I've faced. We've taken 13, so we need to do something here. But, I mean, one of those things that I definitely don't want my kids to do are drugs. Alcohol, I don't mind too much, but drugs, it's scary. I've seen the effect that people have on with drugs. And it's not pretty. Oh my God, again! Another rebound comes right out to him, and there's nothing I can do. Oh, this one's a loss. At this point, I can count it out. We'll just keep talking. Yeah, I mean, like, meth is disgusting. Why anybody would want to do that to their body is beyond me. Penalty? Nope. No penalty. Holy shit. Meth is a disgusting drug. Anything that you get addicted to disturbs me. Even alcohol you can get addicted to. But if you got an cigarettes, like, what is going on? That was a good save. See, there you go. I still got it.
Gaining space, maybe time. Picked up in the attacking zone. A shot, outstanding save. difficult opportunity.
Nah, I tried to go get a penalty.
It's an
Or draw a power play.
It's a 3-on-2.
Oh, in front, centered in front.
Takes it up that side. He's into the slot. Just
Oh.
wide. He's held up there. Knocked right off the stick. Forcing attention indeed. He's got that pass at the point. Lifted on goal.
Go, trainer.
That's why the goalie's
Go,
there.
buddy. Go,
Moves
go,
along the
go.
boards. Lets it go.
Even weed, like, I don't know, guys. You look like a bunch of dipshits to me.
Full steam
Anybody that
up the
smokes
wing.
weed, you look like an idiot. Seriously.
Removes
Grow
the
up.
recoiling
I feel like
gear.
weed is such a childish thing, and when I see adults smoking weed,
Perfect pass.
I'm sorry, I don't care if you've got some kind of a medical problem for weed. It just doesn't look right to me. And that's not necessarily the right opinion. That's just mine. Even if it becomes legal, which I actually am in favor of. Hold on.
A shot just wide of the post. What a scrum. Rocked and held like a baby. Takes a pass in the corner. Spiked down.
Now, I am in favor of weed being legalized. I hate weed. I do not use weed. I dislike people who smoke weed, but I am in favor of it being legalized because it'll take a huge burden off the legal system. It makes no sense that it's illegal. It's ridiculous. I mean, alcohol was, abolished at one point, and it's, at some point they realized, you know what, this is not worth the hassle. People are still getting it illegally. People are, still doing things because of it. It's not stopping anything. It's just creating more problems for the police officers, making more problems for lawyers and judges. So why bother? Just make it legal for Christ's sake. But I still will not remove that connotation that I hold with it of just laziness. I'm sorry. It's just it's just a matter of, I don't know, people that if you're an accomplished person and you don't let weed get in your way, it's just like alcohol as an alcoholic, then what does it matter? But for those people that let it get in their way, I guess that's the part that bothers me the most, is people that let it control them. That disgusts me. And that just goes hand in hand with letting anything control you. Cigarettes, alcohol, meth, crack, cocaine, whatever else it is, all those things. If you let it control you, you're disgusting. Cigarettes maybe not as much because they actually put chemicals in it to make you addicted to it. But with other drugs, their addictive qualities is the result. It's the feeling of that high, and you chasing that high again and again. Anyway, that's enough of that talk. Christmas is coming. We got to make things a little bit cheery, so I'm going to leave it there. Until next time, I'm Target Audience, and I'll catch you guys out on the ice.